So how you doing, Ron?
Good. Good to see you, my friend.
You too. Wow, man. Technology at its best, but do you like? I'm from future. You're behind my time.
yeah. What,
It's
what what time is it now? 9 o'clock at night?
10 here. So,
Yeah, I'm ready for breakfast. You ready for take a night? Ready to go to sleep for night?
oh,
How have you been?
I mean, you know how that is, and but hanging in there. I mean,
Yeah.
and try to be as positive as possible. That's all we can do.
I know in Japan there are a lot of small nightclubs that used to be functioning all the time. Are they all closed now?
Many went down like Satundo in Roppongi, not necessarily small ones, but and some government subsidiaries, and but Sapporo also recently declared a more sort of not like a total lockdown, but you get a close place down by 8 o'clock, and you can't serve liquor all day.
Oh wow.
I mean, so uh, I I opened a little joint actually the right after I met you in Sapporo. So the end of 2019, which is the beginning of this, COVID. Let me just this is a screenshot that. So if you in the future if you can make it, this is the place.
Oh wow. Look at that.
Yeah, little place.
Yeah.
Like 30 people.
Yeah.
Great piano, and I've been
Nice look. Nice looking upright in the back.
that's a house bass, and I've been playing quite a bit of electric bass, and I always love playing bass, and so this is
What a nice looking room.
thank you. So I hope you can make it sometimes in the future.
If they allow us to get over there, absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, let me get rid of this one.
No, I like the background. Looks good.
Oh yeah. For now, because I this is your interview, it's not my.
Nah, come on.
Okay, thank you. Anyhow, so how much time do you have so that I can sort of
We'll go till we get tired.
you won't get tired, won't you?
I got another hour. Come on, we can do this.
Great. So since I mentioned in the email that so much. I love your videos you're doing recently, and then particularly like you interviewing like Herbie Hancock and Pat Metheny. And that's unusual, right? Because you are hosting it, and hey, what do you think about this?
Yes, yes.
That was great. That was great. And
Had
then
a great time with those guys, man.
yeah, I mean, can't get too much better than that. And anyway, so but a lot of the interviews I heard about let's talk about your new book or books.
Yes, books.
Books. So
Yes, and they're translated. I have there are 4 books that are translated into Japanese already.
okay, which company is that?
Mine,
No,
Retract Productions Inc. My production company, my publishing company.
right, but it published in you have somebody translated in Japanese, or
Yes, yes.
distributed in Japan?
It's translated in Japan, but
Oh,
my translator lives in Japan.
oh, okay, cool. Hold on. Actually, you had the first your baseline construction book in Japan in 1970 something.
Yes,
And I'll show you.
you make me blush.
I'll show you. Let me see. Here it is. Is this it? This one.
Oh, wow! Yes, young and young and
That
with
was
a
like
new leather base case.
Actually, that's from a company called Nichi-On Publishing Company, and there was very little text in there, but I translated that book.
Oh, wow.
And I made some money while in the States translating for them, like Berkeley books and things like that. So, that was interesting.
Wow, yeah. Take me back a few days.
Wow. So let's talk about that books.
Okay, well, the newest one is called Chartography. Chartography. Chartography.
Yeah.
And what that does, Akio-san, is that it takes a baseline that I made with Miles Davis playing Autumn Leaves.
Right. You were talking with Mark, piano player. You are being interviewed on YouTube.
Yeah. I forget the guy's last name. Peter.
Oh, Peter. Sorry, Peter Martin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really nice, and Peter and Adam, really nice guys, man.
Yeah. Wonderful.
And what this book does is, first of all, let me show you the size of it.
Okay. Wow. That is pretty big.
And it opens up like this.
Hey, I see.
And up in the corner, Akio-san, it has this. Okay, now you put that on your scanner, and
Right.
it plays this whole 2 pages for you.
Man, you're really high tech.
So what you're able to do, you're able to look at the score and follow the bass line, note for note, for 4 choruses with 5 different versions of Autumn Leaves with Miles Davis Band, Herbie Hancock and Tony Williams and Miles.
So you have a QR code, and then you access the background? Or
No. You hear you hear Herbie, Tony, and Miles and me play at the same time.
Okay. Gotcha.
And if you listen carefully, you can hear how my bass line, which changes for these different one version from Holland, one version from Berlin, one Berlin from Monterey, one version from the plug nickel. You see how my bass line is changing for these 4 performances.
Wow, secret's out.
Well, it shows you how I evolve. The secret is coming on the one that you don't see.
No, but that is just that's unbelievable. Who transcribed the lines?
Me, David Barron, my associate, and Leon Mallison, one of my students from 20 years.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's a really great book. I think, Akio, what I hope this book does is 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
One, it shows the bass player, how his bass line, if he remembers what he does, can be developed for a long period of time. In other words, once he plays it on Monday, it's not any good anymore. That's not true. And this bass method, this chartography that I have out, shows him that the bass line I wrote, it lasted for 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the second thing, it shows the rhythm section, the piano players,
Right.
the drummers, how the bass line gives them other choices depending on what I play in this case.
Yeah, because you can have such power. I mean, bass players
Yes.
have such power.
Yes.
Change things.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And this shows you how I change the rhythm, and how we play a rhythm, and the concert that we play at the Plug Nickel. The next concert may be in Amsterdam. You see the same rhythm, but it's now a different part of the tune. It may be coming only on the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe only on certain kind of changes. So it really gives them literally a blueprint on my bass line lasted 5 years.
How exciting.
So when guys tell me I had nothing else to play, this proves that that's not possible, given the choices that they have, if they have a plan.
I'm gonna make a plan. Yeah. So, but
I miss your background, man. It was slick.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, when did you have this concept of like, yeah, I'm gonna write a book like this?
Well, I never thought the transcriptions were accurate. The transcription just shows you a bass line for one chorus.
Mm.
And that bass line could mean so many things that it's not enough to give a bass player a career, you know?
Right.
If you learn my bass line on Autumn Leaves, for example, for one chorus, if the band doesn't play Autumn Leaves for a week, you can't use that information. Because that bass line that they have that's now being transcribed, it could be the result of an edited bass line.
Right, right.
You know, it could be the result of 4 or 5 courses before the one they transcribed. What happened to the if this is such a great bass line chorus that this bass player did he develop somewhere else? That happened later on? Does he do it on a different tune? Does it work if the tempo is slower?
Right.
Or faster? And how many kids, I call them kids, my age group, have the skill level to really play those lines? I mean, they're kind of difficult. They're not laid one like this. You got to know how to finger the bass, you know, like this. You got to know. So I hope that this book gives the teachers a better way to show the kids how to construct a bass line.
That is wonderful because you know, I love playing with the basses, often like duet, you know, like and then how the lines crisscrossing each other, and then I loved it when you mentioned that you can get a roots at the farmers market.
Yes.
So when I'm playing quarter notes, you're playing quarter notes, and we go like this, and then you know, then I'm not a bass player, but I understand how the line can go this way.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you change something, and the whole picture change.
Yeah, that's kind of my job. You know, the bass player has a big responsibility. He just doesn't play boom, 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 boom like the disco bass. He plays notes that affect the whole band's concept for as many times as he plays a D natural on the F chord, you know?
Right. So it's like, you know, it's like, I mean, when the two lines go into the same time, it's like improvisation, like 2-part invention, you know?
Yes, it's a whole story going on right there.
Yeah, and that's what's amazing is it's on the spot, and then you're often playing quite fast, up tempo, and then you take it out, and when shoulder comes in, and like, where are you going? You know, so that's so much talked about, you know, that's but I'm so happy that you did that, you know. And
thank you. It's available in Japanese.
Where can you get it? Amazon?
You go on my website and they'll tell you exactly where.
Okay.
RonCarterBooks.com.
RonCarterBooks.com. I will write it.
Yeah,
down.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Great. Wow. So how many volumes?
It's one big volume right now. We're doing other songs, but this is the first one to see if it catches on like we hope. What I hope it does is gives people another view on how to transcribe. And the importance of not just one chorus by Charlie Parker, but what did the band play under Charlie Parker to make him play those notes?
Right. I think Joe Henderson mentioned it doesn't make sense just to take the Parker's solo at the, you know.
He was right.
What's surrounding him at the time is this.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And you know that picture Bird that Clint Eastwood did.
Yeah.
In that movie, what they did, they took off Bird's background and had me and Barry Harris and somebody else play a new background for Bird.
Oh, I see.
With Bird's solo, so we were actually changing the background to match his solo.
Wow.
It's really kind of weird, but it's sure I can say I finally played with Bird. It's kind of a nice feeling.
Well, they could take it out because even though it was not multi-track necessarily.
Yeah, it's easy to take it back in the day, you know.
Right.
But we had fun.
Great. So it's already out, right? So,
yes, it came out 2 weeks ago.
So what's the next tune?
Well, right now I have a book called what's it called? Guidebook to the Working Bassist. And I have some songs in there and bass lines with the QR code where I'm doing that right now to show them how their bass line sounds with a piano background.
Ah,
Got this QR code in the corner again. You put your scanner or your camera thing on that QR code,
right.
and you hear the background with Donald Vega. It's a piano player, by the
Oh
way.
yeah. I met him here when you came with the Russell.
Yeah, what a wonderful player, man.
Yeah.
And he knows how to do this.
At my joint, I play your 2019 concert. It's called Javier or the
Yeah,
Spain concert.
yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, just a incredible mind, you know, and he's the new generation of skill of technical stuff. So he understands what I need to do and what I need to tell him to do, and so we picked out a library the other day. So we're gonna have this book ready in the next 2 weeks to go on the market with the QR codes.
Great. I'm so happy for you that you're so healthy and active.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what have you done to be so fit and healthy and
Well, I've had a trainer come to my home for a very long, about 30 years,
oh really?
and at 5 a.m. 3 days a week, he comes
5
to my
a.m.
home.
5
Yeah,
a.m.
yes,
Okay.
a.m. He comes to, and for an hour. He works me out for an hour with lifting weights and free stretch exercises for an hour for the past 30 years.
30 years.
Yes.
Wow, good for you. Because
So that kind of
go ahead.
that kind of helps me not worry about being in physical shape to play the bass. I worry about being mental. Can I think fast enough anymore? Can I hear the chords coming? Can I adjust to the right notes at the right time? We still worry about that, even if I'm active. You know that. You're concerned every night. Can I play good tonight? Can I get the right voicing for the chord? Can I play the right rhythm? Well, I miss that right now, and I'm looking forward to going to work as soon as I can.
I think it's gonna turn the corner soon.
Yes,